on. So over the next 6 or 7 minutes, I want to explore this idea. Last time I stood up here, I gave a speech entitled "You Can Heal Yourself," and then went on to explain how this is now my truth. We ended with a "who was right." So I was told, way back when, that I've got an incurable disease. But over the course of the last 10 years, I've looked at that truth and thought, it just doesn't feel very good. I don't want that truth as my reality. And then it turns out we can actually choose whatever truth we want. There is no one truth with anything. If you think of anything that you believe to be true in your life or in the world around you, there'll be somebody else that disagrees with you, that won't think that it's true. So I'm encouraging you to think about where truths come from. So if you think about something that's going on in your life at the moment, that doesn't make you feel very good. That's a bit rubbish. That's not going the way that you actually want it to go. And I want you to think about that area or that subject. What do you think about it? If somebody was to say, oh, how's the job going? How's the relationship going? How's the house buying going? Whatever it is that's your thing, and it's not going good, what do you say? Do you have to say the truth? It's bad. It's doomy. It's terrible. My boss is awful. I'm going to get sacked next week. The relationship's in tatters. It's awful. But as anyone who's on the personal development journey somewhere, which I'm guessing you are all there somewhere, will know that our thoughts actually create our reality and therefore our truth. And what we say is a manifestation of our thoughts, so that's even more powerful than our thoughts ourselves. And if we can start looking at our thoughts and noticing what we were thinking about the subject, then maybe we can just adjust the thoughts. Now we might not be able to go to, let's say for example, your situation is the job is rubbish, I'm about to get the sack, I hate it. If somebody asks you how's your job going, it wouldn't feel right. Say it's amazing, it's great, get promoted next week. That would feel untrue. So you feel like you have to say the truth. Oh, it's going bad. So I'll bring this back to me because this is part of my journey. When I was talking about my current walking condition, I feel like I have to tell the truth. How's it going? How's your MS? How's your life going? Oh, it's not very good. I can't walk very well. It's all a bit doom and gloom. But then I realised, of course, that's not what I want. That's not my truth. So how can I shift that and be congruent and honest when I speak to people, but still create a truth that's right for me? So I played with the idea. I could say, yeah, it's absolutely fantastic. I feel better every day. It doesn't sit right. There's definitely a mixed vibration going on inside of me there. So what is my truth? Well, my truth is my body is teaching me something, and I am in the process of learning it. It's not an easy journey to start listening to your body and know what it's all about, but I know and I'm excited about the lessons that my body is giving me. And every day I learn a little bit more and I move towards where I want to be. And I thought, oh, that sits a bit better, that feels true, that feels true to me. But then what happens if one of my friends, who's not in the personal development gang or in the self-healing groups that I'm part of, what happens if I say that to them? They might think that they'll not ask me questions. They may not believe my truth. So then I started thinking, well, what else could I say that feels more easy for somebody else to understand? Then, you know what? I came up with another truth. How can I possibly say what somebody else can understand? How can I perceive my limitations onto somebody else by suggesting that actually they wouldn't understand the fact that I'm on a healing journey and I'm listening to my body and every day is a learning day? So at the weekend I went out to a friend's party. I thought, right, I'm going to practice my new truth, practice saying it. If anybody asks me directly how's it going, I'm going to tell them this thing. I met up with a friend who I hadn't seen for a long while. He said, oh, how you doing? I said, yeah, I'm doing great, I'm doing really well. Oh, your legs look a bit wobbly, he said. Are you okay? And I said, yes. My legs are teaching me something that I've still yet to learn. And I'm really interested in learning what that is. And he just went, okay, and walked off. So, there we have it. It was very underwhelming. There was no big discussion that I didn't have to fight my corner, stand up for my truth. Maybe you didn't care. Maybe you just accepted it as a truth. It doesn't really matter what somebody else thinks. Of course, we know it doesn't really matter, but we still hold it. Well, I certainly still held it as a thing. So from this little story, that at the weekend, when I shifted, really felt like quite a big shift in the way I talk about where I am now and where I want to be going and what my truth is. So I encourage you, if there's an area of your life that's not filling you with joy right now, rejig that truth. Find something that makes you feel it's true to you, but it's also where you want to be going.